Hello, everyone. My name is Alexis, and welcome to this abundance ritual practice. For today's class, you're going to want a journal and something to write with, a pen or a pencil, and 2 yoga blocks. We're going to start in Supta Baddha Konasana. So come to lie down on your back, bring the soles of your feet together, and let your knees splay out wide. Your feet can be as close or as far away from your torso as is comfortable. And then bring the blocks to rest underneath your thighs or your knees. We're going to be here for several minutes, so make sure you're comfy. Make sure you feel anchored down. Make sure your low back feels supported. And once you've arrived, go ahead and bring your hands to your belly. Close your eyes. Begin to pay attention to your breath. Breathe in and out through the nose. Pay attention to how your breath feels today. Every day of our lives, we choose between living from a place of fear versus living from a place of love. Those two dualities are indicative of how we view the world. Do we view the world as abundant, or do we view the world as scarce? Are resources available to all, or are resources available only to a certain few? One of these paths leads to anxiety and fear and worry, and the other leads to serenity and peace. In today's class, we're going to be working through some yin yoga poses and some journaling prompts, and connecting to the goddess Lakshmi to tap into this abundant world, this view of the world as being abundant with enough for everyone, more than enough for everyone, so that we can live from a place of love. Now, I said we'll be connecting to the goddess Lakshmi. Lakshmi is a Hindu goddess. She is the goddess of wealth, prosperity, pleasure, abundance. And Lakshmi is usually shown dressed in red, surrounded by things that symbolize abundance. Not just money. It could be time. It could be resources. It could be pleasure. It could be play and fun. Now, when we have these conversations about abundance versus scarcity, very often we do think first about money. We will be working with some prompts related to money, but I do also want you to think about your life and the abundance in general that you have in your life. As we move through these poses and as we journal through these different questions, I want you to imagine that Lakshmi is in this space with you. Maybe she's sitting next to you on her lotus blossom and encouraging you to see the world through open and abundant eyes. Sometimes that can be hard. If you've encountered any trauma or struggle, it can be hard to view the world as an abundant, good place. It can be hard to trust that the universe is on your side. But just for this class, for this half hour that we're together today, I want you to imagine what your life would look like if that world really did exist. I believe it exists. I believe we live in an abundant universe that operates for our greatest good. Take a couple more deep breaths in this pose. And one more thing I want you to make note of as we move through these poses, take your time. This class is a half-hour container. It won't go past a half hour. So move as slowly and as carefully as you can and as you would like. Yin yoga does stretch our body very deeply, but also think about how often we rush in our lives. So take this class as an opportunity to slow down, feel into not just your body, but also your heart and how you view the world. Go ahead and open your eyes. Very carefully bring your knees together and hug your legs into your chest. Maybe rock side to side, massage your low back if that feels good. Our next pose we're going to be moving into is Sphinx pose. So come up to a seated position. If you want to roll like a ball onto your belly, you can, or you can just roll over onto your belly if that is where you want to be today. Either way, grab your journal and we'll start in with our first journaling prompt. Now we'll be in each pose for about 4 minutes or so. And of course, if you find you have more journaling to do, you can always come back to this class again, or you can continue journaling after the video is done. And if you find that you finish the journaling prompt earlier, just rest and enjoy the yin yoga pose. So coming into Sphinx pose, sliding your elbows underneath your shoulders, pressing through your chest. I love to journal in Sphinx pose. If you want to bring a bolster underneath your chest, that can be a nice support. But your journaling prompt here for this Sphinx pose is I want you to just brainstorm, dream. What does abundance look like to me? What does abundance look like to me? This is very similar to the success question. Many people will view success differently, just as many people will view abundance differently. So what would you like to invite? And you can dream as big as you want here. What would your life look like if you were to live abundantly? And not just in possessions, not just in money. Maybe think about relationships. Maybe think about your mindset. Think about maybe your yoga practice or a hobby that you love, that you would love to do more of. Just brainstorm free write on this question for the next couple of minutes. No matter where you are in your journaling, go ahead and finish your thought. Like I said, you can always finish this journaling after class if you so need to, or do the class again. This is a great one to do once a month. When you're ready, go ahead and set your journal aside, set the pen aside, and we'll move into our next pose. So gently press yourself back into a really gentle child's pose. Let your back stretch the opposite direction. And then we're going to come to a seated position. We're moving into half butterfly on each side. So we'll start by bringing the right foot in towards the hips and extending the left leg out long. I like to use the blocks to create a little miniature desk for myself when I'm journaling in poses like this. So just rest your journal on top of the blocks. And the question you'll be journaling through in this pose is, when do you feel abundant? Now, this could be payday. It could be a really lovely afternoon with friends. It could be working on a project that you're really proud of. It could be spending time with your pets or spending time with your partner. It doesn't matter what it is. And again, if you have more or less to write, you can always either add more later, journal later, or you can just enjoy this pose if you finish journaling a little early. But just tap into your own self, your own awareness, and journal about when you feel most abundant and most like the universe really is on your side. Begin to finish your thoughts. And then close your journals, set your pen aside, or you can just leave your little desk situation as it is. And we're just going to switch legs. So this time extend the right leg long and hug the left foot in towards the groin. And again, this is a yin pose, so you don't have to stretch out that extended leg as far as it will go or as wide as it will go. You're going to be here again for a number of minutes, so find something that's comfortable that you can hold and journal in. Your journal prompt for this pose is the opposite of what we just journaled on. When do you feel scarce? When do you not feel abundant? And this is a hard question. It's never fun to explore these things. But it's important to understand and acknowledge both the negative and the positives, the good and the bad, the light and the dark of all situations. Because when we can understand what makes us not feel abundant, we can take actions to eliminate those situations from our life and invite in more situations where we do feel abundant. So take care, be gentle with yourself, and just journal for the next couple minutes on what situations, what in your life makes you feel scarce, or not abundant. Go ahead and finish your thought. I know this was a tough question, so maybe take a deep breath, set your journal aside, and we're going to come into our next pose, which is double pigeon or fire log pose. It's known as a couple things. Now you might want to use the blocks as props here, or maybe a blanket or pillow, and that's fine. We're going to start with the left leg down on the ground. It'll be parallel to the long edge of your mat. Then you'll bring your right leg, so the knee is resting on top of your left ankle, and your right ankle is resting on top of your left knee. Now, if you need props here, like I said, you can bring a block in between that right knee and left ankle. Sometimes I find my ankle is a little too bony and is kind of uncomfortable resting on top of my knee, so you can always bring a blanket to add a little bit of softness there. And then if you have an extra block, you can kind of balance it on your torso and again create a little desk like we did in Half Butterfly. We're going to focus on money with this next question. And again, this one's going to be a little tricky, so again, be gentle with yourself. We're just examining, right? That's what yoga teaches us to do. It teaches us to look at things with a bird's eye view from a third perspective without judgment. So I want you to journal on what stresses you out about money. This might be an easy answer for some of you, and this might be a little harder for others. But money and money blocks and money stressors are common. And again, go gentle. I don't want you to write a laundry list of all of the things about money that you hate. Just pay attention to what are the things that most stress you out or cause you anxiety around money. And maybe keep in mind, are these things that can change? Some of them might not be, and some of them might be. Again, you're just writing the answer to the question without judgment, and go gently. Go ahead and finish your thought. Set your journal aside. And we're going to switch our legs here. So we'll bring this time the right leg down onto the mat so it's parallel to the long edge of your mat. And the left leg will come on top. And again, place blocks underneath the knee if you need them. You can place a blanket underneath the ankle for a little extra comfort. Grab your journal again. And again, we're going to do an exploratory question. So again, go gentle. What inhibits your rest? Abundance, of course, is associated with pleasure and also with care. Some of this hustle mentality that we have in society comes from the idea of scarcity, that we have to work hard to get the resources that we need. But rest is a very important part of abundance. When we rest, it fuels our creativity, it fuels our minds, it fuels our bodies. And all of those things help us to create and move and exist with more abundance. So for this question, first journal on what inhibits your rest, what makes it hard for you to rest. Is it your own judgment? Is it too much to do? Is it living with people who are noisy, or whatever it is? Write it down. And then maybe brainstorm. What are ways that I can change this? Is there something about this in my control? Can I change my mindset? Can I change the story that I'm telling myself about the value of rest? Can I get noise-canceling headphones to block out my noisy roommates? Can I build in time each afternoon to take a 20-minute nap? Whatever it is, take a bit of time as well to brainstorm. How can I change this? How can I invert this scarcity of rest to an abundance of rest, or towards an abundance of rest? Go ahead and wrap up your thoughts. Set your journal aside and gently come out of your double pigeon pose. If you want to plant your feet and do maybe a windshield wiper motion side to side, or cross your legs and do a little seated cat-cow, do whatever you need to do to get comfy. We're going to come into our meditation seat. You can do this lying down if you like. I'm going to be sitting up and propping myself up on a block. Either way, when you get to your meditation seat, rest your hands either in your lap or by your side. Close your eyes and tune in first to your breath. Breathing in and out through your nose. And come back to that little visualization I offered at the beginning of class. Imagine Lakshmi, this beautiful Hindu goddess dressed all in red, wearing lots of gold jewelry, with a beautiful smile on her face, is seated next to you. You both are sitting in a lotus flower, surrounded by hundreds and hundreds of petals. You're surrounded by golden light. All is well. All is safe. All is abundant. Breathe deeply in and out through your nose. Trust that the universe is good. Abundance is your birthright, and you are worthy of receiving all that you desire. For the remainder of this meditation, I'm going to offer a mantra for you to repeat in your mind. You can also hold on to the visualization of sitting with Lakshmi on the lotus blossom if you like. The mantra is, I am abundant because I am worthy. I am worthy. I am abundant because I am worthy. I am worthy. I am abundant because I am worthy. I am worthy. The very fact that you exist on planet Earth means that you are worthy of an abundant, beautiful, happy, healthy life. Lakshmi is a beautiful reminder of that we are all worthy of wealth and abundance and pleasure. So for the next couple of minutes, hold on to that mantra, hold on to that visualization, and imagine what it would be like to live as if you always could live from abundance and love. I am abundant because I am worthy. I am worthy. I am abundant because I am worthy. I am worthy. I am abundant because I am worthy. I am worthy. release the mantra. Take a deep breath in and out through the nose. If you were holding on to that visualization, sitting with Lakshmi on her lotus blossom, release that as well, and maybe thank her for being here with you in this space. Dip your chin into your chest. Breathe back into your body, into your muscles and your bones, your skin and your hair. And when you're ready, inhale the arms down, around, and up overhead. And exhale the hands to your third eye. Take a moment to thank the universe, God, Lakshmi, for all that you have, all good that is coming to you. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope this ritual was enlightening and encouraging. I know we answered some tough questions, but know that the answers to those questions also offer solutions. There is more within your power, especially when you can trust that the universe is on your side and that you live in an abundant universe. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I would love to do more goddess-themed rituals like this, so if you're interested, let me know. Thumbs up it. Subscribe for more yoga content coming your way every Thursday. And until next time, have a lovely rest of your day. Bye for now.